Thank you for being here again. I
Thanks for having
would love to do a little just intro on Pandion and what we do, and then give a little background on you, ask a
me.
couple questions about your history in music, and then we can get started more into the main part of the workshop. Um, so Pandion Music Foundation, for those who are unfamiliar, we just started pretty recently and have just gotten our programs up and running for the past few months and are doing these workshops once a week and featuring all artists and producers and collaborators and music creators from all different areas of the industry, which has been really cool. Just getting to hear different perspectives and advice and motivation and inspiration from everybody. Our purpose for this organization is just to break down barriers between emerging artists and industry professionals and kind of try to really get rid of the thing that I think exists in a lot of areas of the music industry, which is kind of like this um, like secret, private, not sharing of information with people, and lots of gatekeepers in the way of
Mhm.
gaining access to information, especially for those who might not have the resources or the access to those resources. So we're really trying to open that up for music creators from underprivileged and marginalized communities who might not have that access otherwise, by
Mhm.
just giving free resources to people and being a platform for them and for everybody. And we're going to start some new programs in the new year that we're working on right now. One of them being a mindfulness and wellness live stream that we're going to start doing once a week. So that's
Ooh,
coming
cool.
up soon. Yeah, it's just such a thing that's lacking, I think, in the music industry, especially for artists who are just overwhelmed with too much going on and don't have the
Mhm.
support in that area. So especially like touring artists, and just there's so many pressures. So I think that will be a nice thing to start, and hopefully expand on that.
Cool.
Yeah, so lots of fun things coming up, and yeah, these workshops have just been really great for, I think, for our community, and then people can catch the replays who missed the live streams, which is great. I think a lot of people are doing that who can't make it at 11 in the morning. So we have all the replays on our website, and then our event calendar for upcoming workshops with mentors. So yeah, so Maya is here today. We're very excited about that. And then Rebecca and Carls are also here from Pandion, my colleagues.
Hi, Maya. So nice to meet
Hello.
you.
Super nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, we're super happy to have you. I love your profile picture that you gave us for to promote your workshop. What are you holding right next to your face?
Yeah,
That's
the dove.
it's a dove. It's
Oh, yeah, it's such a great
Yeah,
photo.
I'm
so
so
gorgeous.
sorry. My cat is immediately coming to sit on my lap here. So
Yeah, you said
Great.
dove, and then the cat
there
came.
she goes.
I always love everyone's
Yeah,
pets that join in the calls.
come back again later. We'll see. You'll just see a little tail come across the screen.
Just wants to make her
Um,
little debut.
yes,
Um,
yeah, she's really the star here. So,
Cats always are. They always steal the show.
yep.
Great. Well, yeah, Maya is, just to give a little background, she's based in Los Angeles, vocalist and producer with song placements with Vogue, Met Gala, shows like Tidelands, Good Behavior, Lucifer, and is the vocalist for TV film scores The Voyeurs and Devil in Ohio, and has also been
Now,
featured. Oh,
now
and
Mayfair Witches,
oh,
which is
cool. Congrats.
AMC. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
amazing. So
Yes.
awesome. And then you've also been featured by artists, many artists. You went on tour with Mary Lambert, is that right?
Yes, in the past. Uh-huh.
Cool. Oh, so amazing. And then Robotalkie and Max Flant and others, I believe. Um,
Yes.
Many others. Yeah. So cool. And I've been following you on socials now for a little while, and just it seems like you're just doing such great things. So I'm really excited to hear
Oh,
more about
thanks.
everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, especially just as an indie, have you been signed with a label before? Or are you right now?
Um, well, I was with one very, I'd say very briefly, and for like, and I've been with ones like for a single release here and there. But the way I'll put it is that I am completely independent. Like I don't have a manager, I don't have any agents or anything like that. And so I just want to share with people that it's possible without all those things.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's
Mhm.
we the three of us, me and Rebecca and Carls, have were involved in a sync licensing music course a little while ago, and it's like
Mhm.
it was a lot about that kind of just that you there's so much you can do on your own,
Mhm.
just as long as you can learn to make those relationships and connections with people. So
Yeah.
that's such a great
I
thing to share and make it
the
known.
Yeah, the only thing I'll say is that I do have a sync licensing person. I
Cool.
do.
Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's nice to
So
have. It is nice to have nice to have the extra
Mhm.
help, definitely when you need it.
For sure.
But yeah, I think
Uh,
learning about that stuff, doing it on your own in the beginning, I've heard is can be beneficial too because then you get to know the industry better on your own instead of just trying
mhm.
really hard to find that team to begin with and then not being aware of how the industry works as much. So yeah, cool. That's great. And it's so much work. So I imagine you're
It
super
is
busy.
all of the time.
Yeah,
Yes, very, very busy. Thanks for like being cool about my emails, like
no worries.
not
No
not
worries.
being able to email back immediately sometimes, but
Yeah.
life is fun.
I think yeah, working with musicians here, we are completely understanding of that. That everyone is overbooked all the time. So yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. Well, do you want to give any more information just kind of about how you got into music and your background? That would be great to start us off.
Yeah, sure. Well, I have loved music all my life. Personally, it's kind of been this thing like ever since I could talk, I was already trying to sing, and I think like I realized by the time I was 4 even that like I could get out of preschool nap time if I like went and sang to other classes because I could never sleep anyways and still my problem in life. But
Mhm.
yeah, so like I think it became like this magic trick that eventually is just something that I loved it so much. And I continued on that path. Like I went to school for music. I didn't actually finish, so I didn't like get the degree because I just wanted to go out there and do it and like make it happen. Also, personally, for me, like going to school for music, it was starting to kind of like I don't want to say the word ruin, but it was starting to make me overthink music
Mm.
when it's just like very pure thing, like a super pure thing. So I learned plenty from the 2 years I went, and then I just wanted to take everything that I learned through life, through everything, even from working as a server sometimes, like I wanted to take all of that and just go out there and make it happen. And yeah, now I fully work for myself. Like everything I do is in music. I freelance. I wouldn't say I'm at all in like the struggling artist category. So I do also want to make that it's like everyone thinks that an artist, like or a musician, and when you say that, like, oh, they must be struggling. No, you don't have to be. You don't have to be. There's a lot of ways of making income in music, and it just depends on, where you put that focus or energy into, and sometimes not being so um precious, maybe not being
Mhm.
so precious. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of just a very quick overall statement on where I'm at. Mm-hmm.
Great. That's all great. That's a great thing to say. Yeah, I think that's a um, common misconception with just yeah, it's easy to get that in your mind, like, and it almost feels like sometimes to me it's like there are a lot of musicians who who haven't found those streams of income yet and who are struggling and stuff, and it seems like that's the voice that's heard a lot more. And then it
Mhm.
becomes kind of like, oh, if I'm a musician, then that's where I need to be, like that's the community.
Right.
But it is true that you don't have to be like, there are a lot of ways to find if you put in the work and the
Yeah.
those
My
connections.
my personal opinion is like not to focus on, you can if you want, but like not focusing on making money from streams
Hmm.
necessarily,
Hmm.
or making money from shows
Hmm.
even anymore. That's not really a place where one makes money.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, and collaborating with a lot of people, that's huge.
Hmm.
That's a huge income driver. You just, the thing about music is just, you make the song, you're going to think in your head, this is passive income at some point. Like, even if it's like a few dollars, or it's a few $100s, or it's
Hmm.
$1,000 like every 3 months, that's so cool. But you just like, you make the thing, you collaborate on the thing, and then let it go. just just let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Nice.
and keep moving and just keep doing that, and you'll be surprised that, things just like, or you'll just be like, oh, I knew that would happen. But like when things start and money starts coming in from those things, it's just like all the things that you've done, so maybe it doesn't happen immediately, but then 4 years later it's like, oh, this TV show wants to use it, or oh, yeah, along those
Yeah.
lines. Mm-hmm.
Cool. What originally got you kind of like looking for those other streams of income and realizing that this Spotify streams and touring wasn't maybe the best way to make a sustainable income? Was there anything specifically that kind of got your mind, like shifted your perspective there?
Totally. Well, I will say that I used to have all my songs on just a regular song library, which those are pretty easy to join. They're not, again, they're not precious. So you will sometimes get syncs that you're like, whoa, okay, so my song's going to be on like a Today Show ad or something like that. And it's maybe doesn't pay you very well.
Mm.
Right. So that's the only thing. But it can also spread to those different companies like, oh, I like this song. And so if you eventually leave, they're still going to reach out because they want that song.
Mhm.
Right. Um, and so I actually got this sync, and we'll talk about this in the PDF that I sent you, which is called 7 Minutes in Heaven. But it's actually kind of a networking, a way to network that's like very natural. But I basically was working for this family in LA. She was a voice actress, or is a voice actress. And she heard my music and she's like, oh my gosh, this song would be so good in this TV show I'm doing like voice acting on. And I was like, oh, and then that payout. So I wasn't even with a sync licensing agent or anything when that happened.
Mm.
And it just all went directly to me, all of it, which was so cool. And I was like, oh, there's quite a bit of money in TV and film, much more than in music. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like also being very, very, and we'll talk about this more, but like, hello, we've got a star of the
We got to
show
join.
comes. Um, but it's, yeah, being like very, very honest about the things that you do, and just like, just like talking about it. It's exciting. It's cool. And when you spread that energy, more people are gonna be like, oh yeah, Maiah does this thing, or oh yeah, like I'm gonna go and listen to her music. She's so excited about it. Like that's definitely like helped me in so many ways, with because all of it, everything that's happened for me, because I don't really have an agent or a manager or anything like that. It's me meeting other people and them needing something or wanting to collaborate on something. Like that is everything. Everything.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Awesome. Yeah,
Did
it's
that
a good
answer the
thing to
question?
never forget that. Always going out and meeting people. That's the biggest thing, I think. That's
Hmm.
awesome. Did you want to share? We can just jump right in and share what you have, what you've sent me. I'll drop it in the, because I feel like this is a good transition now that we're talking about this stuff.
Yeah, let's do it.
So let me, so Maya shared 7 Minutes in Heaven, a little kind of preview into her world and advice for people. Do you want to share the screen maybe and show it also? Well, I'll drop it in the chat for people as well, but
You, I
or do you
might,
want?
well, I'm talking from my
Oh,
iPad, so
you're
I
on
actually
your. Oh, okay, that's fine. I can
won't
just
share the
hopefully
screen,
this
but if,
will. Let me make sure everyone can open this, and then okay, I've just dropped it in the chat for people. So let me know if anyone has issues. But yeah, that's great. You can just talk through it. That would be perfect.
cool. Okay. So I had a lot of fun making this, and especially because I just went to a networking event last night, and I swear I made like 10 new friends, and it was so fun. It was so, so fun, and everyone was so cool. Now, I will say, I'm going to preface this as that I found it to be a lot easier when I am a queer person. And I found it a lot easier to have this mindset when I'm in a more queer space or in a space that's more women centric, or female centric even. So if sometimes I know as a woman, I'm going to just put this out there, it can be tough to connect with like hetero males and it not come across as you're trying to hit on them or something. So I am going to preface all of that like right off the bat. I think that can be a little bit more tricky, that you're not like trying to get something more or they don't want something more. But I think everything can still apply. And to keep, I think maybe with like hetero dudes, you just have to be a little bit more broy with them, to be honest. Like, so like all of this advice, but a little bit more broy, maybe is best. Anyways, okay. I want to jump right in though. I had a lot of fun making this. So all right. 7 Minutes in Heaven. It's 7 rules and things that you can follow in order to, if you feel like you struggle with networking or an introvert like me. I might not come across as an introvert, but I feel very introverted most of the time. And so I was like, how do I do this? Well, this is what I figured out so far. One, fashion, baby. All right. So like if you don't have to be like crazy fashionista, right? That's not what I'm saying. But if you wear something that's a little bit outside of the box, oh yeah, I'm just reading someone's. I feel like guys often take nicest. Yeah, they do. Anyways, okay, so back to fashion. Okay, so I like to wear one of the oddest or coolest things that I own. And sometimes this could even just be like a hair or makeup choice, like dark lipstick. That's it. The rest of your outfit, but it stands out, right? Now, so many people come and talk to me just because of this. Like they want to come and they compliment what I'm wearing and they're like, whoa, this jacket is so cool. Like, what is this made out of? I wore a very weird jacket last night, but it's like my favorite thing to do because as an introverted person, then I don't have to make the first move. Usually other people come and give me the compliment first, right? Or they say something to me and then I'm like, oh, is this one? And then I ask them about something they do. So that can really help. Now, say you don't want to do that. You don't want to wear something weird or do something that stands out. I get it. I do feel like wearing something that stands out though will show something about your artist personality. Just putting it out there. But if you don't want to do that because you should do what makes you feel most confident and like comfortable and cool, that's the most important of all. The way that I found of like getting into a conversation, you started off with like a question/compliment. All right. You compliment someone, but it is layered with a question. All right. So like for example, like I did this last night. I was talking like in a group with someone. I looked over at someone, and they had the most amazing lipstick routine. They were doing something real good, and I was like, "Wow, your lipstick is amazing!" Like I genuinely felt that, you know. I'm like looking at this person that they're doing something so cool. Like, how do you get it to stay? Because I cannot get lipstick to stay on my mouth for the life of me. And so of course, this person gives me their full routine. It was fabulous. Or telling me like, how are they getting things to stay? They like really went in. I think that this is really helpful. This one is really helpful because depending on how someone answers is probably going to give you their vibe as well. So, you know, maybe they are closed off, or if they are cliquey or kind of are weird after you compliment them, maybe they're not worth any more of your time. And then you're like, okay, I'm moving on. Generally though, people love compliments and they love helping other people. They love being like, oh my gosh, let me tell you about it. Right. So that's a really huge one, and it can really set off like a whole conversation pretty quickly and a connection with someone. Now, okay. Number 3, 2 ears, 1 mouth. I have an astrology mentor actually, because I also study astrology. But she always says this, and I think it's super, super valuable. Which is you have 2 ears, you have 1 mouth, so you should be listening twice as much as you're speaking. And when you do speak, you kind of make it count. Like it doesn't have to be a big whole long thing. Like for example, last night, I don't think I said this, but I could have. You know, this person gives me their full routine or whatever of their lipstick routine. I say, oh my God, wearing lipstick while I perform, like the mic always wipes it all the way off my face. Right. And then this person is like, oh my God, when you perform, what do you perform? What do you do? When are you performing next? It's a layer. It adds another layer. They want to hear, oh, they do a cool thing. What? I want to hear more about that. You know, usually is what's going to happen. Right. And it starts a real back and forth conversation. You know, you can give a little insight, and it's not that I even said that much. It's just a quick, oh, that always rubs off when I perform. Yeah, it's so simple. So simple. All right. So number 4, this is exciting. This is exciting. Okay. So I think that you want to turn anxiousness into excitement. So like whatever you're doing in life, like be really excited about it, because as you should. Like if you do anything in art, literally anything, it's cool. It's cool. Like it's okay to think that that is really cool. Not everyone gets that opportunity and like gets the experience of creating art. And you should be excited that you get to do that, even if it's in a small way, you know, like it's so cool. And sharing that love that you have for that thing with other people, it's like that joy is intoxicating, and it's very magnetizing. And I think that people gravitate towards that kind of passion. So even if you're kind of like, you know, a more low-key person, still being like, oh, I'm just really excited about this thing I'm doing, you know, like just adding that kind of layer of like, it's so cool, just smiling when you do it. And I just did this, which I try not to do that anymore, shaking my head, because that's an opposite of what's actually happening. It should be more like, oh, I'm just super excited about what I'm doing, nodding, like yes, right? Instead of doing this. So body language also matters too, but it's kind of in that same world. It's just like giving that excited energy, even if you're not like super zany like I am, because that's the route I generally go. Okay, so number 5, I do cool things. So this is riffing off of the excitement. And anything I say, it generally relates back to something cool that I'm doing. Like almost anything I say. I'm at a stage where I do this without realizing it. It's just something that I do. I don't know if it's because I'm only always doing a lot of different creative things now these days, but it is just like naturally how I speak. So, like, for example, this is a real conversation last night, real conversation. Someone said, "Oh, I really want to get one of those Lord of the Rings swords." And I was like, because, and I knew in my mind, I had just been researching them because I am looking for a dagger for a music video. And I was like, oh my God, I've been looking for this dagger for a music video, and I can't believe how much swords cost. Like some of them range from anywhere from $20 to $6,000. And I was like, it's just crazy to me. But that starts off a whole conversation again. Then they're like, what's the video about? Oh my God, this sounds so fantasy. What's going on? You know, like it just creates a lot of back and forth. So it just such a quick little nugget. I just dropped a nugget, music video. People are like, you're creating something, you know, like it's exciting. All right. So then finally, we're not finally, but almost there. Number 6, connect the dots. And so I'd say like, once you're like, oh, you can drop this in anywhere. I think once you're just feeling like, especially like ending the party, you know, leaving, it's kind of like leaving the party before it's over sort of thing. Like try to connect around that time, you know, like you're having a really good conversation, try to make the connection and just say like you love their vibe, you really like enjoyed talking to them, that you want to just stay in contact. And I always ask like, do you prefer a phone number or IG, like whatever. I usually like IG because I like seeing the person's face. Like I actually have a better time of connecting with someone having their IG, and I just feel more connected now through that, which is really interesting. I didn't feel that way before years ago, but now so. And like usually what I'll do the next day or the next couple of days after that, I'll say like, I really enjoyed meeting you and like would love to have a coffee or something sometime. Or often for me, the conversation went far enough that I can say like, I want to plan that music session that we talked about. Like I want to do that because I also produce and stuff like that. So yeah, like I usually I'll usually hit them up again just to like, because that solidifies, even if you never meet up, that little comment does solidify that you connected. It's like, yes, I'm confirming that this was awesome. I really liked this and I like this person. So when you see them out in the world again, they're gonna be like, oh my God, like that will solidify it rather than it feeling kind of weird. Now, say you're like, I just don't like going out and meeting people in person. I really struggle with this. And especially after the pandemic, I really don't want to go out and meet people in person. Well, networking from bed, number 7. So did you hear an artist that you really like come up on your Discover Weekly? Okay, well, you know, find them on IG and let them know that you love what they're doing. Often they will respond. They will. And if they're really massive, maybe they won't. But you tried. And sometimes they will. But you just say that you really love what they're doing. You're really inspired by them. And a really good question to ask too is like where they're based, if they don't already say it. But you can also ask it again because sometimes it's changed. So that's a really good question that kind of like gets them to answer, and also will let you know like, oh, if I'm ever in that area, maybe I can meet up with them because I genuinely like what they're doing. Like I'd like to know them, which there is literally nothing wrong with that. There's nothing fake or weird about that. That's like, you like what they're doing, you're letting them know. That's all that it is. And you want to connect with them because you think they're cool. Yeah. So that's the 7 minutes in heaven. I hope that helps some people.
I love that. I love all that. It's so like personable, all the stuff that like that you share. Very unique pieces of advice too, like the drawing people to you. I haven't really heard anybody say that before, like just putting yourself out there in kind of a way that's like gonna make people kind of want to come talk to you more. It's such a good thing to think about. Thank you for
Yeah.
making that. That's awesome. I'm gonna definitely like print that out and put it on my wall. I feel like
Oh my God. Amazing. Good.
awesome.
Good. I love that. And so yeah, I'll say like that all of those things have really helped me so far. And it is it's very imperative, it's very important that nothing is fake or put on. You are fully being yourself here. These
Mhm.
are just pieces of advice to like be excited and show a bit more who you are, because when you do that, people are it's magnetic.
Mhm.
It is magnetic. People want to see that and be around it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's such a good thing to remember because it does feel sometimes like since if you're connecting with somebody about music, it's like career oriented, or it can feel like, oh, maybe this is like gonna, come off the wrong way or something. But it's so true that you you're always connecting with people who you admire or who you want to talk to because you like what they're doing. And so it's not, yeah, it's like even if nothing comes out of it from a career standpoint, it's still worth connecting with people anyways. And yeah, that's such a good thing.
Yeah. Every single person, I think every single person that I talked to last night that I connected with, every single person like complimented my jacket at some point,
That's so great.
right? Yeah. So I knew, I was like, I know that this happens repeatedly if I do this thing. It's not even that crazy of a jacket. It's not that crazy, but it is a little bit, it's wonky. It's a little weird. And people are just like, what's going on with you? What's your story? Like that's, yeah, cool pants. Exactly. Cool pants is great.
Yes,
Anything.
cool pants.
You
So
could
good.
do anything. It's just like one item. It doesn't have to be like you're wearing like highlighter yellow for the whole outfit, It's
Mhm.
just one thing.
How
hmm
do you find the events to go to that you meet people at usually? Is it like word of mouth people you know, or are there any resources that you use?
That's a really good question. I do feel like some of them come from word of mouth. And I've found that initially connecting with someone via online, like I hit up an artist that I think is really cool. And that's sometimes because it can be really tough when when I moved to LA, I was like, what I
Yeah.
meet? Where do I go? And it was actually, I had one friend here. I had a few, but I had one friend in particular that I met because I emailed them. I cold emailed them about playing a show together, but also just because I thought their sound was really, really cool. And because I cold emailed them, they're like, let's meet up for a coffee. Let's hang out. And they've become one of my dearest friends now, just from that. And yeah, like they've introduced me to so many people. I've made so many other new friends from them. And then, those friends are like, oh, you want to come to this thing with me? I need
Mhm.
someone to come. I really think sometimes it just takes one person that
Mhm.
you connect with, that you vibe with, and then it just keeps going. Yeah. And have a good attitude, like bring all that positive energy. There's like life, like, yeah, just bring the positive is what
Yeah.
I
World needs
recommend.
more of that anyways. So
Yeah, the world needs more light,
yeah.
illumination, So like bringing more of that energy is really, really good as well, like with meeting new people. You know, this is exciting. I do cool things, you know. It makes people feel excited, and they're like, I want to be around that person more. Yeah.
Cool.
So just
Oh, so great. Did you
mhm.
have you were going to talk about some vocal tips and tricks too? Do you want to
Yes.
chat about that?
Yes. So I've been doing, again, this was literally through friends and like networking skills, really, if I must be honest. But I've been doing a lot of work on TV and film. And in that sense, I've been doing the background vocals to the musical scores. So I'm getting more and more work like that. And you actually get paid through SAG, so the Actors Union. So and you're paid as like a voice actress. Um, Super, super cool experience and so fun. So fun. And again, I got involved in this with like a friend who actually did photo, and he wanted to take photos of me because I wore cool outfits. You know, it's kind of like it all relates. And then he started actually working for this composer, kind of like, you know, trying to like help line up other musicians to work with him and stuff like that. And then this composer was like, oh, you sing lovely. And then, you know, I started to sing more for his compositions. And now I just am his go-to,
Cool.
essentially. So I started doing all this work. And yes, he does like for some really big TV shows. And he's starting to do more movies. But my advice for vocals, I do have a little secret that I like to do for layering. So usually like, and you can do this even in your general music in general, like you don't have to do this for just a film score, but say you want your vocals to sound way bigger, like way bigger. But at a certain point, if you're just singing the same thing, like in your same tone over and over again, it's not really adding anything. My advice is to try singing it in different tones, even if it sounds really bad. Like say, um, actually, wait, we'll do like, because it's so stuck in my head, is the SZA song right now, Kill Bill, is so in my head. But like, let's use that as an example. So like, say if I wanted to make that like really huge, so you first would sing it like the I might kill my ex, not the best idea, right? You just sing that regular, and then go ahead and do a really thick version. It's going to sound absolutely ridiculous. It's going to be the silliest little vocal take you made. It's like, I might kill my ex, you know, like something like that. And then you're going to do one that's maybe like way louder, like, I might kill my, you know, like something that's further back. And then do another one that's really thin, and it's going to sound like a cartoon. It's like Patrick versus SpongeBob. All right. So you're like taking on those two types. So like then you'll do another really thin one that's like, I might kill my ex, not the best, right? Like really thin. What this is going to do to a recording, it makes it huge, like a choir, but also it's going to make it sound very three-dimensional because it's going to really, really open it up. So uh
That's a
that's my
great
little
tip.
layering.
We can call that the Patrick
Yes.
SpongeBob effect. That's perfect.
Yeah, Patrick SpongeBob effect. That's exactly what it is.
That's so
That's
great.
what I feel like when I do it.
I love that.
Yes.
Also layering in general is just such a good technique to use. I was just talking
Hmm.
to a music friend yesterday and he was like showed me a new song. I was like, "Oh, it's so cool. There sounds like there's so much going on in it." He was like, "Oh, not really. I just layered like a ton and it really added like it can add such a dynamic to something." That's awesome.
Hmm. I mean,
Cool.
it's a similar thing that you can do with synth sounds and, you know, just
Yeah.
about any sound. If you layer two sounds on top of each other, it makes it more rounded out, or that three-dimensional quality. You know, like something that's thin going with something that's thicker, it
Yeah.
really like whoa, whoa, does like a cool thing. So yeah, it's Ooh, that's actually a really good question. Have you ever tried different
Oh,
accents?
I guess it's the same kind of
I
thing. Just you kind of went for a Patrick and then the
yeah.
I just wondered.
I wouldn't say I'm an accents expert. I feel like I make up. I try, but I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm like super good at it. Maybe if I studied it, I think I could get good at it. Like for example, on this most recent TV show that I did, I had to learn Gaelic. I don't know how to speak Gaelic, but I had to
Wow.
learn Gaelic. Yes, and I had to sing it correctly, you know? Like and now like it just echoes in my mind. Like what it's just
That's so cool.
but it's a very weird language. It's
Yeah,
bizarre.
it's
Um
wow.
yeah. Mhm.
That's super
Oh,
cool.
Yeah.
Like all the
And
opportunities you get that you like never probably would have thought you would ever be learning Gaelic. But
yeah, I mean, I
it's so
did
cool.
choir a lot growing up, and I was in a professional choir for a little bit in my 20s. And I think, you know, obviously all of that helps of just like, oh yes, I'm feel positive that I can figure out the how this is properly said. And usually the composer in that situation, he does some work on it too, you know, finding how it's properly said. But I always go in and try to listen. Um, but yeah, even like on this most recent, I'm doing another movie right now, working on another one, and I'm singing in Latin. Of course, I don't speak Latin. I never took it, but I just say yes, I can, and then I do it. And you'll figure it out. You'll figure it
Mhm.
out. You make it happen. You're gonna make it happen. If you're like, I want to do that, you'll make it happen. So, mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I would love to open up the floor for questions if anybody has any. So feel free to drop them in the chat. And yeah, Carl's and Rebecca, if you have any questions too. I was gonna ask you what has been your favorite project like lately that you've been working on, and why has it been your favorite?
Music project.
Yeah, well, or any project, I guess.
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
Or if there's even just
The
like one piece of a project that was like really fun or exciting that you really
Yes. Okay, well, right now, I do also do visual art. Oh, gosh, I feel like I'm doing a million things in life right now. But I do visual art, and I'm very interested in visuals and creating music videos and things like that. But right now, so I have this song that I'm producing, and I'm producing it all on my own, making it happen.
awesome.
But I, you know, of course, in the past, I would have been so nervous to send this out, but I've just started like doing it, and I sent it out. And I'm going to be working with a fashion brand on a music video, and they're like a new fashion brand, and they're going to be designing all of the clothing for it. It's going to be so
Awesome.
cool. But I've come up fully with the concept. It's kind of like about falling in love with a witch across different eras. And then in the end, you'll discover it's all a simulation.
Cool. That sounds like an
Yes,
amazing theme.
it'll be really fun. But I think right now, because I'm like in deep on planning it out and having so many meetings about it, it feels like my favorite project. And I'm just super, super excited about making it. And it's going to be very stylized and like set in a black void space. And I'm excited. Yes. So like, I think my only thing right now, and you'll hear this as echoes from, you know, the ether of it, but music videos and like putting budget into them isn't really like content. Yes, is good. Content is good. However you decide to make that. But I don't necessarily feel like music videos are the most important thing anymore. And I don't know how much, whoa, my screen just like, it's doing crazy things.
Ooh,
wow.
it's having some fun.
Yeah, that was like
Different angles. That was
crazy.
pretty cool.
I know. So yeah, it's doing so many things. Like
It's following you around the.
it
Yeah, it's
is.
pretty
It's
cool.
so trippy.
I thought
Like,
you had one of those Facebook. I can't remember what they're called. The Facebook thing that follows you.
oh my gosh, no, it's just an iPad. It's a crazy
Wow, that's so
thing.
cool.
I know. I was like, what are we doing here? But basically, I don't know. I mean, yes, music videos can show your personality, but throwing all your budget into them, I don't think matters as much anymore because people are so focused on the 15-second clip.
Mm,
That like if you,
wow. Yeah. First, like the
Real.
Spotify, is that the Spotify one in the background?
yeah,
Or
or even just TikTok or Reels, like
yeah.
keeping
Yeah.
it at about 15 seconds. That's what so like
Yeah.
if you like make a video though that is really visually cool that you can make the 15-second clips from, amazing. But like those 15, that's really all that works these days, and
Yeah.
transitions into the
Yeah.
trans
There'll always be some people though that appreciate film
they
and
they
video and yeah.
do they
But it is
do
sad that like the masses don't, it's harder to reach, I think, with those, yeah.
the reason why I do say though, like people do still appreciate like video and film and all those things. But I guess the reason why I do say like if you can make a video, you make something that you're like, yes, I can make some other content with this,
Mhm.
because the algorithm won't show it. That's the other problem. It's like people do still love that content, but no one's going to hear about it if you don't make the right content to showcase it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
So
They say,
how do you even reach the people
Yeah.
that are gonna love it? Because
I
yeah,
know you got to
it's
just take some
hard.
chances, make some
Yeah.
transitions, do something with it, you know? So you got to like reuse that footage a
Mhm.
lot. Anyways.
Janet had another question. She's asking, do you have any fun vocal warm-ups that you like?
Oh yeah. I like keeping it fresh. I do all kinds of vocal warm-ups. Number one is straw phonation, which is real weird. I can drop a link to how that's done, but it's amazing for making sure you're not always like singing from the throat, which you're like, wait, my voice is there, but that's actually
Mhm.
like not where you want to focus your energy. You want to focus it in other parts of the body. Because I could go into a whole vocal
So much about it.
thing.
Yeah.
Like I literally talk about this for hours, but I'll drop a link about straw phonation. It's very weird, but you get a tall glass of water, medium-sized cup, fill it about a third, straw, and then you're singing as though, like when you had to like blow or when you blew bubbles in your milkshake as a kid.
Mhm.
You're doing that, but like with singing. So it's like, ooh, or like, ooh, things like that. So it's going to help get you forward here more into the nose placement. Doesn't mean you're going to sing nasally, but it's going to protect your voice right off the bat and help you find something called middle voice, which every singer wants to achieve is middle voice. It's the safest place to be. Um, Anyways, so that one, and then I like making up weird ones. Like I'll do a weird run and I'll do it all the way down through my voice, all the way down. Or there's one that I like to do. It's like an affirmation one. And I say the words, I'm genuine. And I usually do it as like a weird seventh jump. So it'd be like, I'm genuine. I'm genuine.
Oh, I love
I'm
that.
genuine. Right. And so I do that one. Yeah. Oh, I should say like another huge way that I make money is because I'm a professional voice instructor and private piano instructor. So yeah, I teach private lessons. So that's like a very huge part of my musical
Mhm.
income as well. Mm-hmm.
Those are great. I'm gonna definitely put those in my tool bank for vocal warm-ups for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually the straw thing, I had a vocal injury a while back, and that was one of the things that they were really pushing
Yes.
me to do a lot more. So it can help, yeah, vocal health just in general. So good.
Yes, it's so good. So you already know. It's
It's a good one.
amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you wanna, if you have the link to that video for that, that would be awesome to
Yeah, I'm
share.
gonna try and find it.
If not, you can send it to me after. I could put it in our Facebook group for people.
That would be good. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll try and find it. But it's like
Mm.
I think it's like a Mayo Clinic. It's
Mm.
one,
Mhm.
which is cool. It's like actually a doctor video.
Mhm.
I thought it was
Cool.
great. It is very, yes, you should sing from the heart. You should sing like however it comes out, but there is ways to make it so that you're not straining,
Mhm.
you know. Uh-huh. So, okay, cool. Let me see. I'll try and find that. But any other questions?
Yeah, anybody? We've just got a couple minutes left.
I just want to say, Maya, so great your energy and what you've added to this workshop, and just so many golden nuggets here. Thank you so
Mhm.
much. Just really,
Oh, you're so
really
welcome.
great. Yeah, I mean, I think we can all relate as singers or even, songwriters or producers or whatever we're doing, working with singers, that all of these are great. And I think it's funny that Sam was here and he was like, diving into the video,
Yeah. Yeah,
checking
I think he
everything.
was looking up your
Yeah, yeah,
music
yeah,
videos.
Oh, that's so cool.
yeah, he
That's
was,
awesome.
yeah. Yeah, and so he was one of our, he was actually our very first mentor that that, we started with Pandion Music Foundation. So it's great that he kind of
Yeah.
peeks in here and there. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome. That's so, so cool. I love that.
Yes, and
Yeah.
Carly said, "I feel your positivity." We feel it too. I like that
Absolutely.
you use the mantra as your, I'm genuine as you're singing your warm-ups. That's such a good idea. Like,
Yeah.
finding something that you're also like doing two things at the same time. You're giving yourself
Mhm. I
something.
really, really like having my students do that one too, because it loosens them up like a lot, I think when they're like, oh yeah, I'm genuine. Like,
Oh
and
yeah.
it really helps them to open up
So
as
much of it
well.
is
So
like a mental game too, it really seems, you know.
it's
So
like
just those
all,
like the
yes,
affirmation thing is so important.
Mhm.
yes, it's like all psychological
Hmm.
in so many ways.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, that was
mhm.
actually like when I had that vocal injury, I feel like the most helpful part of my recovery was literally just my vocal teacher helping me get my confidence back over anything else. That was the thing that was like the biggest. It helped my voice because I was like injuring my voice from not believing in it in a sense. I don't know. It was just, yeah, I think that can be so much more helpful than you think.
Mhm. Yes. Yeah, I completely agree. Mhm.
Well, yeah, I guess if nobody has any more questions, we can just wrap up and then I'll share links. And if you don't mind, Maya, I can share your document with the Facebook group as well with our
Oh,
community in there.
please.
That would be amazing.
Please.
Everyone will love that, I'm sure.
Mhm.
What is your
Great.
what is your target age group when you're teaching vocals or even piano? Is there an age preference, or is there like, do you
Oh
ever do
man.
youngers like
Oh
under?
yes, yeah. So a lot of my students are very young. I actually just had my first recital for them all in December. It
Nice.
was
So
so
cute.
cute. I had like 14 performers. Oh my God, it was so cute. But yeah, so they I anywhere from 6 or 7 and up, really.
Wow.
Like
Okay, great.
it's such a range. But I do have a lot of young students. Yes, a lot.
Cool.
Mhm,
Good to
Well,
know.
mhm.
yeah, that's good to know. We have a lot of people, we're connected with a lot of people in LA because we're technically based in LA. So yeah, might send people your way for that.
Okay,
Cool.
amazing. I'm specifically looking for more like I love voice students in particular. I love teaching piano too. Piano and voice hybrid is super fun.
Mm,
But that's what I really love to teach.
mhm.
So Mm-hmm.
Nice. Love it. Well, thank you so much for being here. This was just such a great call. So inspirational, and thank you for sharing everything
Yay.
you did and putting the work in for that. Was really honored to have you. So thank you.
Yes. And your
Oh,
pictures,
thank you guys. Thanks.
your fashion and your pictures are stunning. I want to just
Yeah.
compliment.
Yeah, you do
Really,
such an
Thank you.
amazing job
yeah,
just with
yeah.
everything.
Your Instagram is
Thank
fantastic.
you.
Yeah. I mean, I
Thank
know
you.
it's very like artistic. It's not just, I
Hmm.
can see that you have an aesthetic that's really beautiful for, I could see how it would be for film or for TV. Even I could see the voice with it. So it's great.
Hmm.
Nice
Yeah.
addition.
That's so cool. Thank you. Yeah,
Mhm.
I do feel like it all connects, and more people want to collab. And you
Hmm.
just show
Amazing.
show that you like all those things.
Yeah, too.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we go from, really production dude teaching his class to, like you, like
Yeah.
artist singing, giving us your fashion points and how to talk to people, which I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
introverted. So that's great. Thank you.
Yeah, it's really great to hear all that.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, you're welcome, you guys. Thanks for having me. It was super
Yeah.
fun.
Thank you. Great. So yeah, if anybody has questions that come up later, Maya's going to be doing an AMA on Facebook. So go ahead and you'll see that on our page, and you can pop in any lingering questions you might have.
Hi, everyone. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yay.
Cool.
Okay. Cool.
Great. Well, thank you, everyone,
Take care,
and we'll
everyone.
see
Nice
you
to see your
soon.
smiling
Yeah.
faces.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a
All
good rest of your
right.
day.
Thanks, everyone. You
Thanks.
too. Bye.
Yeah.